Welcome, Aries, to your weekly reading. This is for the 20th to the 27th of July. We are going to start off with your oracle card. This is going to give us the core theme coming through for you this week. A theme, my dear Aries, that will probably touch more than one area of your life. And you have freedom, a very strong, powerful energy coming in there. Let's go ahead and get your tarot cards for further insight to the week. We'll start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. Your possible challenges. Thirdly, messages and advice from Spirit. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Aries, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Now, Aries, freedom is a big, exciting energy because what we do see coming through for you this week is that you are going to be able to release out of a situation, circumstance, or relationship that you have felt has kept you caged. Now, when I say caged, it's held you back. It's diminished your light. You haven't been able to be who you are, do what you want to do. You had to play it small to fit into the cage. This is releasing this week. At the beginning of the week, we have Page of Wands and Seven of Cups. Now, Aries, what I see is that these dreams here that we see floating in the spiritual realm tells me that you have not been able to focus on what is important to you while you have been in whatever this is for you. Remember, this is going to be personal to you. So it could be that you are working in something that is not aligned to who you are. You could be, say, a free spirit, and you're working in the corporate world, and that rigidness and that corporate mentality is just crushing you in some way. This could be, my dear Aries, that you are involved romantically with somebody who holds you back, who won't allow you to be who you are, to do what you want to do. There is a certain way you have to behave, and that is all they will allow you to do. So all these dreams that you have had for the longest time have not had a possibility to come into being. But now, with our Page of Wands facing our Freedom card, my dear Aries, at the beginning of this week, something is stirring within you. You have an idea on how you're going to release yourself from this cage. Now, this could be something you've been thinking about for months, weeks, or it could just strike you this week. But something is coming about that makes you feel excited because it's possible. And it could be the most simplest thing, or it could be something very big, bold, and dramatic. But this idea ignites something with you, and you know that now the time of you being trapped and stuck is coming to an end. Under your possible challenges, we have our second seven, our Seven of Pentacles, and our Knight of Cups. Now, this is telling me, my dearest Aries, once again, with our pentacles on the tree, that possibility is waiting for you. It's just about climbing that ladder, which means you taking action. And you can take every single one of those pentacles, which is representing here those dreams that have not yet manifested, put them in your basket and claim them as yours. For too long, my dear Aries, you have held back in order to fit in in order not to upset the people around you. Perhaps you are in a community or in a group of friends where certain things are just not done, like relocating to a new country, like living with somebody without marrying them. For too long, you have not been true to you. Now, with Knight of Cups coming here, as you can see, our horse is rearing up. This tells me that cup there is the energy of you taking whatever that idea is and taking the first step forward this week. I don't see you just getting an idea and then not moving on it. Especially in this card, I see you claiming it and you're not being quiet about it. You know, usually when a horse rears up, they make a sound, they make a noise, there is excitement, there is this anticipation of movement forward. So this is now you, my dear Aries, rearing up and taking action. You're about to climb that ladder and claim those dreams. Spirit sees you this week as King of Cups. It doesn't matter what your gender, we are speaking about the energy of King of Cups. Now, King of Cups is a strong energy being a king. He's wise, he's strong, but his true strength lies in emotional wisdom and clarity. It does not matter what is going on around our King of Cups. He taps into his inner wisdom, his past experience and knowledge, and he moves forward. Spirit wants you to know with death here, you are ending this energy of our cage this week. It's over. Even if it just starts off with a tiny idea, that will set the ball in motion. And remember, what is dead is gone for good. Once you step out of that cage, that's it. That cage ceases to exist. Freedom is yours. What's dead is gone for good. At the end of the week, we have our Knight of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. And this is wonderful to see. Because, my dear Aries, I already see you released out of whatever the situation is. Now you have plans, you have ideas. Knight of Pentacles isn't our fast-moving, charging knight, but he moves forward in a solid, confident way, knowing that where he's headed now is going to bring him what he has been dreaming, wishing, and hoping for. I see you over this particular weekend filled, my dear Aries, with anticipation of possibility. You will be working on one particular area of your life. And once again, when I say working, I mean focusing on it this weekend. And can you see how big the pentacle is here? Because the more you give it attention, the more you imagine what this pentacle can become, the bigger it gets. And that peacock there tells me that you feel good, you look good. This weekend could be a great time to go out there and buy yourself something special, just to give yourself acknowledgement that you are on your way now to making one of those dreams a reality through your strength and determination. Right, let's go ahead and get a spirit animal message for the week. Right, let's see what jumped out for you. And you have number 8, Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery. So, my dear Aries, the bobcat is your spirit animal. And the bobcat's message is, life is a mystery. The message here, life is a mystery, is the message of sometimes, my dear Aries, when we know what we really don't want, We don't want to be treated badly. We don't want to work 8-9 hours a day in something that doesn't fill us up. We don't want to surround ourselves with people who don't see us for who we are. When we know what we don't want, what we do want becomes clearer than ever. And so your wisdom grows and expands. And when it comes time now to finalizing what you want to see in your life, your vision is clear. You can focus on it, you can expand it, and you can grow it. That is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.